All right, let's get one thing clear right off the bat. If you're watching this, you're already ahead of 90% of people your age. Because let's be real, most of them are wasting their time chasing trends, getting sucked into nonsense and letting their lives drift. But you're here, looking for real direction, and I'm about to give it to you. Uncensored, unapologetic, and brutally honest. You don't want sugarcoating? Good, because I don't do that here. This is for the few who want to dominate, who don't care what society expects, and who aren't afraid to live on their own terms. So buckle up. Here are 5 rules that, if you don't follow, you're pretty much guaranteeing yourself a life of mediocrity. Listen up. If you're under 20 and still think a relationship is a must-have for a fulfilling life, slap yourself awake. You've been lied to. Society has you thinking that you're somehow missing out if you don't have a girlfriend or boyfriend. No. What you're actually missing out on is time. Precious, irreplaceable time. You're wasting it on temporary feelings and drama that'll be meaningless in a couple of years. Let's get real for a second. Teenage relationships are like fast food. Sure, they might be fun in the moment, but the long-term value? Zero. You're not learning life skills or maturity from these relationships. That's just a delusion you tell yourself to justify the hours you're spending texting, arguing, or stressing over someone who, let's face it, won't be in your life a couple of years down the line. If you're serious about success, stop romanticizing relationships. The most powerful people didn't waste their time at 16, chasing someone's attention. They were building themselves, their skills, their futures. Love can wait. Right now, the only love story that matters is the one you have with your future self. This is a hard pill to swallow, but I don't care. It needs to be said. If you're still under the delusion that school is your ticket to success, you're already losing the game. The education system isn't designed to make you a boss. It's designed to make you an employee, period. They want you obedient, trained to follow, not to lead. That's why they don't teach you real-world skills. They don't want you independent. They want you dependent. You think memorizing facts or learning algebra is preparing you for success? Wake up. The world is a battlefield, and school is arming you with wooden swords. While you're learning things that'll be outdated by the time you graduate, real-world skills like financial literacy, negotiation, and personal branding are nowhere to be found. If you're trusting a system built in the 1800s to give you an edge in the 21st century, you're kidding yourself. You're being prepared for a life of average, not extraordinary. Screw what society says about school being everything. Get your grades if you need to, but don't rely on them. Create your own education, learn what matters, like how to start a business, how to manage money, and how to influence others. These are the skills that'll pay your bills and buy your freedom. You think financial security is optional, something you can figure out later? Wrong. Financial independence is non-negotiable, and if you're not actively building it, you're signing up for a life of financial slavery. Most people don't realize that relying on one income stream, especially a 9-to-5 paycheck, is a gamble, and a losing one at that. Job security is a myth. You're only as secure as your boss's mood. So if you're not building something on the side, you're as good as broke. And let me tell you, there's no excuse. None. Start a side hustle. Freelance, sell a product, do something. You've got the internet, and you've got more resources than any generation before you. But do you know what most teenagers are doing? Scrolling mindlessly on TikTok, watching prank videos, and hoping for some miracle of wealth and success. Newsflash. There is no miracle. You're either building multiple income streams, or you're sinking. I'm talking survival here. This isn't some extra tip for success. It's survival in a world that's only getting tougher. Want to be financially free by 30? Start building something today, and don't tell me you don't know where to begin. If you're serious, this channel is full of guides to get you started. So subscribe if you want real value, or go back to scrolling if you're okay with mediocrity. You could be the smartest person in the room, but if you can't express it, you're invisible. Communication isn't just nice to have. It's a damn superpower. You think Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, or Jeff Bezos got to where they are by keeping quiet? No. They're masters of communication, every one of them. They make people believe, they inspire, they command attention. And if you want to be anything like them, you better start now. Get off the gaming console and pick up a book. Start writing down your thoughts, speaking up in conversations. Master the art of articulation. Because in the real world, it's not the smartest who succeed, it's the best communicators. Become so powerful with your words that people feel compelled to listen. And don't just read novels or textbooks. Read everything. Psychology, philosophy, business. Every book you consume is another weapon in your arsenal. If I'd started honing this skill at your age, I'd be unstoppable right now. Don't make the same mistake I did. Communication can make or break you, so master it. Be so articulate that people can't ignore you, even if they want to. You know what most people your age are terrified of? Embarrassment, making mistakes, looking like a fool. Guess what? That's exactly what you should be chasing right now. Because here's the deal, failure is inevitable, and the sooner you embrace it, the faster you learn. If you're waiting until you're ready or experienced to try something challenging, you're already losing. When you're young, you can screw up, look dumb, fall flat on your face, and still bounce back. The stakes are low. You have no bills, no responsibilities, no one depending on you. This is your time to make mistakes, to learn the lessons that'll make you invincible later on. Mess up now, and you'll be 10 times stronger for it. Avoid failure, and you'll be weak and clueless at 30. That's the harsh truth. Perfection is the enemy of growth. Go out, embarrass yourself, fail big. Every failure, every cringe moment, every setback, that's just another step toward mastery. It's the ultimate training ground. You either learn to handle failure now, or you'll be terrified of it forever. And trust me, a life spent avoiding failure is a life spent avoiding success. That's it. 5 rules to live by. And if this all sounds intense, good. That's because it is. I'm not here to give you feel-good advice. I'm here to tell you what works, what's real, and what'll set you up for life. Most self-help channels will hand you cliches, tell you to believe in yourself, and all that nonsense. Not here. I'm here to make you uncomfortable, because discomfort is where the real growth happens. So here's your next step. Check out my video, Do This Before 2025 or Fail. Because if you think you're just going to sit back and let life come to you, you're already losing. Watch it, learn it, and act on it. Or sit around and watch the world move on without you.